Happy Wednesday, you lovely lot. It is Wednesday, the 3rd of January, and we're actually filming today, and it's going up today. But first things first, Happy New Year. Hope you all had a lovely Christmas. And yeah, we're doing a cheeky little catch-up in between our current vlog series, which I hope you're enjoying. You know, I ended up going on the boat. All worked out, had a lovely time, as you're probably seeing at the moment. But we're kind of mindful that we've not really touched base since we sold the business. Our lives are very different. It is a huge adjustment. Turns out I quite like working 7 days a week, 16 hours a day. I'm not saying that I'm not getting used to it, because I am getting used to it, but it is taking some adjustment. We are still busy getting all the odds and sods done before we properly relaunch the new business in the new year. We're still trading throughout and nice and busy, but yeah, it's strange, you know, not getting up at 5:30 anymore. It's just yeah, it is just taking a bit of adjustment. But yeah, thank you so much for all the comments we're having on the series that we got up at the moment. It was really lovely, and yeah, all the comments are gratefully appreciated, as are all the comments that we've had after the end of season race with Luke. That was just yeah, we've been really touched by all the comments. Lots of you asking how they can help and bits and pieces, which is really lovely of you. We're getting ready for the new season with Luke. If you do have a small business or a great big business or a little side hustle and you would like to help, you know, send us a message. It's not as expensive as you might have thought. We have people putting a little bit in, and we have people putting more in. And but what we have had is quite a lot of people asking how I haven't got a business, but I would like to help Luke. He's just having his new website done, and we're probably going to do something where people can just help out, and probably like a GoFundMe or something like that, but something where you get something back as well. So watch this space. But yeah, if you do have a small business or a big business and would like a sticker on the car and would like to come and hang out at the race meetings, send us a message through, you know, any of it. Instagram, Luke's email, whatever, just give us a holler. So Luke is loving life. He's still selling cars. If any of you have seen any of his work videos that we've put on the socials, he is thriving there. Daisy is just... her world is enormous. She's loving life. She's in Scotland at the moment, having a lovely time, and is really thriving at work. It's really lovely to see. And yeah, the kids are really busy. We've been really lucky to hold on to our kids close to us for this long. I'm very aware of that. And it is now sort of getting to the point where it's just like, oh, I haven't seen you for a couple of days, or yeah, it is taking some adjustment, which is probably going to lead us on to why we are putting this midweek vlog up, because yeah, we're filming it today and it's going up today because we got some news. If you saw what I was doing now, because Tracy, how tall are you?
5 foot.
5 foot. How tall am I?
I'm on my tiptoes.
How tall am I?
You're crouched down. I don't know how tall you are. You're taller than me.
I'm not quite 6 foot, which has been really annoying. I'm like a little bit off 6 foot.
We've been debating how to do this, whether we're going to do this sitting down so we're kind of on the same level, or whether we could. And I don't even in the shot.
And I don't like it when we sit on the sofa and like do like the full. I like leaning up against a wall,
which is what you're doing.
Which is what I'm doing. And if
your knees bend,
and if my Crocs slip, I'm going to drop quick. But this is,
be prepared.
And we have an audience. I can't turn the camera on because it's washing up everywhere. But we have both cats.
The cats have decided to stake us out now.
So we've got cats looking at us.
Anyway, hi.
Hi. What's it like not being flat out all the time?
It's been weird. It is, as you said, you've used the word adjustment, I think, and it is very much an adjustment, but we're kind of getting into a bit of a routine with it now, but there is lots to do. We want to relaunch the new business and get that up and running properly for the spring-summer season. So we are working on all of that, and there's still lots of admin and life stuff to sort out with all the things that we're doing. But yeah, it is nice to have a bit of a slower pace, I have to say.
It's weird. It's like, you know, and I'm kind of feeling like a little bit guilty, like I should be doing something.
Hugely guilty when you just have nothing that you need to do urgently and you can take a bit of time. It's just not what we're used to. We're used to being pulled in 100 different directions all at once and not having enough time in the day to do everything we need to do. So to have the time to stop, breathe and think every now and then, you kind of think, oh, this feels weird. It's not what we're used to, and you do feel guilty.
Yeah, it is strange. I randomly jet washed the decking at the business the other day. I'm just like, I've got to go and do something.
Yeah, just so you have something to do.
If you need any random jet washing done, I am your guy.
Anyway, to fill a bit of time while the season is still slow for the business and while we're still getting things up and running, we have decided to take another little trip across the pond.
Yeah, where are our children? Their children are never here.
They're never here.
They're so busy.
They're either working or spending their days off just trying to do things that they want to do. And we always knew that there was going to come a time where, I think someone even asked the question last year, is it going to be a 4 to become 2 with Cheers Ears?
Or when does 4 become 2?
Yeah,
I read that and I was just like, that's never going to happen.
Yeah, but we said at the time, we think there's going to be different combinations and different dynamics, and that's kind of the way it's looking at the moment. Keith and I had the opportunity, because we have a bit more time at the moment than the children do, which is also quite unusual. We thought we'll just make the most of our annual passes, we'll make the most of the fact that it's quiet and get a sneaky trip in to Walt Disney World while we can before the season kicks in. So that's what we're doing.
That is what we're doing. When are we going? So today's Wednesday. When are we going?
Friday.
This Friday?
2 days, 2 sleeps.
It hasn't registered yet. As Tracy said, we bought annual passes within the last 12 months, and you kind of break even on the second trip. So this would be the 3rd time that we're using them. But also with the annual passes, you get additional discounts. And on the last trip, I was just browsing as you do, and the annual pass rates were crazy. I'll tell you where we're staying in a minute, but it wasn't. It was too good to miss.
There are special offers for sort of spring. Early 2020 resort stays for discounts for annual pass holders. So we looked at it and was just like, well, we could do this trip fairly, not cheaply, but you know, quite economically.
Yeah.
And get another trip in for not having to outlay as much as we would normally think to spend on a trip. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah, so we booked our flights with points, got a crazy deal, and we've got the annual passes, so we don't have to do that. And we've got a two resort stay at resorts we've never stayed at before.
Yeah.
Right, where are we off to?
We are staying for 7 nights at Port Orleans Riverside.
Well excited.
Really excited. It's one we've wanted to try, and it's one a lot of you guys recommended and thought that you thought we would like.
Yeah.
So we're really excited to try that.
And then we're off to Tampa.
And then after Tampa for the weekend, we've got a friend who lives in Tampa that we try and see when we're out there. We're going to spend the weekend with her. We probably won't vlog that, just because it's friend time.
And also,
she doesn't know.
She doesn't know we do anything like this, no one.
For now. Anyway, so at the moment that's just going to be a little staycay with friends in the middle, and then we've got 4 nights at was it All Star Music?
All Star Music.
All Star Music.
We've never stayed there before. We met some of you lovely lot at Disney Springs on the last trip, and you mentioned that you were staying there and how much you liked it, and we'd never really considered it. So when we were out there, it came up on the annual pass deal.
And Pop didn't actually, or it did, and then it disappeared. And
Pop's
and also
difficult to get.
Quite difficult to get, and fairly. Not expensive, but of the higher end of the values, almost moderate.
Moderate money. It's moderate money now.
Prices.
Don't go to Pop. It's terrible. It's not. Pop is brilliant.
And we just thought, well, let's give it a go. The All Stars sometimes get a bit of a bad rap, and we just thought, well, let's go and find out for ourselves. Some of you guys recommended, say, yeah, it's the rooms that have been refurbed. The rooms are very similar, if not the same as Pop. We'll let you know. So yeah, it hasn't got Skyliner, which we love, but let's see what it's all about.
Yeah.
So we'll let you know what we think, because it might be the affordable option going forward if Pop isn't available, or if Pop prices are, because of the Skyliner, getting higher and higher. So we thought we'd go and find out and share it with you guys to see what we think. Yeah, and we're doing some stuff that we've not done before now that we haven't got the kids tagging along for this trip. Obviously they will be coming on future trips. Yes, this isn't the end. This is like, it's only us from now on. It's just don't worry. At the moment, this is the only way we can do it. We got something. We're doing some stuff that we've always wanted to do but haven't done before.
So we're going to, where are we going to first?
We're going to Winter Garden.
Yeah.
The Winter Garden Farmers Market, I think it's the Farmers Market on the Saturday morning. It's something that's been recommended to us before by the lovely Millie and Gabby from the Duo podcast. They do that on every trip with their family.
Yeah.
And when we looked into it, we just thought that looks like a really cool place to go.
Yeah.
And we've wanted to do it for a few trips, we've just not had the time. So we're definitely going to do that. And we also want to go and check out Celebration.
Yes.
Because I know it's not owned by Disney anymore, but you know,
Still want to go and have a
that Disney
mooch.
look and that Disney magic, and I think a lot of Disney love in the area. So we're going to go and have a little mooch around there. It's going to be interesting. We did see on the last trip, you know, that we were spending a few hours without Luke and Daisy at times because we were all doing our own thing from time to time.
Yeah.
And it has been increasingly difficult sometimes to try and sort of round up 4 people on different time clocks, different schedules, different things that people want to do all at the same time. So we've started to see a little bit of that happening. So it's going to be interesting to see when it's just the 2 of us deciding what we want to do, where we want to go, you know, without having to think about, well, just, you know, what's Daisy doing, what's Luke doing, where are we going to meet. So we're interested to see what that works like, because probably like us, there's a lot of you guys out there that the kids have been an excuse to go to Disney when they were little, like, oh, we've got kids, oh, we'll have to go to Disney. But it's really for us. We all know it's really for us. And it's going to be interesting to see what it is like once the children, you know, are grown up and they don't come on every trip, what it's like to do it as just the 2 of us.
Yeah.
So that's going to be interesting.
It's going to be weird.
We'll have to talk to each other, but you know.
Oh, yeah, I know. I think this could be 2. We have a backup camera, so it could be like 2 solo trips.
Yeah, so yeah, watch your space.
So we are flying Friday morning. We're flying out Virgin Economy.
Technically the afternoon.
Is it? Oh yeah, 2:30.
Yeah.
Don't listen to me, I don't know what's going on. So we're flying out Friday morning, and yeah, well excited. I've said morning again.
I'll be flying out in the afternoon. I don't know where he's going.
I've totally chilled out, and also my right leg has gone to sleep. If you really, I'm just going to pan down. This is the magic of. Anyway, we'll be updating on the socials. Thank you so much for all of your support. And listen, like, more importantly, let's all have an incredible 2024. Stay safe, be kind, look after one another. Cheers.